Hey, Facebook family, how are you? It is just so good to be able to live, move, and have our being on this day that the Lord hath made, that we can rejoice and be glad in it. I am excited because I serve a God that is a God of excitement. He does great and mighty things. Even when I can't understand it, He's still doing great and mighty things. What we're doing this month is we've been doing a study on the songs of Christmas. We've looked at how that this season is really the only season that has songs that are related to just this season, both secular and sacred. When it comes to the secular, they have songs like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Temptations did their version of it. Everybody has a version of it. Then we have our song, Silent Night, Holy Night. They have their songs by old Nat King Cole, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. I think the thing that I'm trying to make, or the point I'm trying to make, is that they really do have a purpose for what they write their songs for. And we must understand that as Christians, we have believers that have written songs about Christmas. But the question is, where did they first begin? Did they begin with us? I dare to say, no, not at all. They began way back in Luke chapter 1 and Luke chapter 2, where God, via angels, via biblical characters, had sang songs during Christmas. We looked at the Song of Mary. We looked this week at the prophetical utterance and song of Zacharias. I'm grateful because that when Christmas rolls around for the Christian, we ought to rejoice. One, because Mary says in her song in so many words that He's a God that remembers the insignificant, the low estate, those that are marginalized and disenfranchised. He remembers those individuals. Thank God that He does. And then this week we looked at Zachariah, where we found out that his prophetical utterance, his song, was a song of reminding us that God has resolved the sin issue. He has taken care of that century-old problem that plagues men and women right now today. And that is our sin. And the sin that was initiated in heaven with Lucifer, came down on earth with Adam and Eve, and perpetuated through centuries and centuries of time. But thanks be to God that God resolved it in the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ. And John being the forerunner, preparing His way, that others might know who He is. So I say to you that even though in the Bible, it may be narrow in its interpretation, but it's real broad in application. So I pray this year, as you go throughout this season, this month of December, this season that has been labeled and deemed as Christmas, I pray that you recognize, like those who sang the songs of that day, will be a reminder for us today that He's a God of the insignificant. And not only that, but He is a God that can, and He's a God that will, and He's a God that has resolved the sin issue. God bless you. Pray that you have a blessed day and a God-centered week, so that if He is willing, I'll meet you back next time. God bless. Peace.